Hi everyone, welcome. I hope you
Good
have
morning.
a great weekend. Monday morning, starting fresh again.
I just said good morning, and it's really, well, it might be morning in some parts, but it's afternoon now.
Good morning and afternoon.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we are going to be going over a few oils. Um, the first one we're going to start with is tea tree. And actually, Anita, I wanted to ask you if you had the motions book close by. Do you have it?
I might start with the tea tree, and I will.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
right.
oh, good. Okay. I just, for some reason, that thought just came up in my mind that tea tree is a good emotional oil too. So anyway, for me and Nico, because we're the two in our house now, we use Melaleuca or tea tree often. This is one that he loves to grab hold of when he is using it for acne, or if he feels like he's starting to get a little bit of a sore throat, he always just places it right here along his glands, right under his ears, or he'll do it around his ears, which I think is so cool that he knows what to do. Like as he starts to feel something coming on, he just does it. He knows where my oils are and he'll come and get them and apply them. Um, but yeah, well, as we were talking about any of these, for those of you that are brand new, there are 3 ways that we can use essential oils. So we can place it wherever we feel like we need it. So like I was mentioning with Nico on his glands, or right directly on the acne that he's focused on. But again, you could put it along your spine, on the bottoms of your feet, maybe across your forehead if we're talking about a headache or something, but different things. So topically is so easy. And then with some, which On Guard is one of them, that you, on the back of the label, it has the supplement facts box. So you can take it internally, which is such an amazing thing that we can use our oils for that. That just makes it even more powerful to be able to get it internal and using them on the outside, on our topically. And then diffusing them. So tea tree is not one that I usually diffuse, but I do if we're feeling like we're coming down. So I definitely keep that in mind. On Guard is one that I diffuse a lot. Like that's the one I usually have close by with my diffuser because it is one that I absolutely love to diffuse. There's so many things,
But Alicia, you might want to diffuse tea tree if you read the emotional side of
yes, let's
tea
hear
tree.
it. I do want to hear about it.
The oil of energetic boundaries. You are the queen of boundaries, so that's probably why you wanted to hear about it. Disinfectant by nature, tea tree clears negative energetic baggage. It specifically releases codependent and parasitic relationships. So,
That's so interesting.
um,
That's so
yes, I love that. Isn't that amazing that nature, which is our oils, are both physical and spiritual, like, you know, cleansers or
Mhm.
like tea. Um, as Elise has been talking about tea tree and On Guard, we are addressing how we can support our immune system. For transitioning into the different weather, into the cooler weather, and into the winter months. um, I want to also, Alicia, if I'm not getting you off track, um, I want to like talk about the immune system a little bit because I feel like there's so much out there right now, especially after the pandemic, that you have to boost your immune system. You have to boost your immune system, and like it's become such a huge propaganda, such a huge like uh just people are making money on it, on antibacterial stuff and like all of this stuff, um, and they're kind of infusing fear into us so that we buy all these products, right? Well, what I love about what we do and what doTERRA is and what our essential oils do is our body's already designed to protect us. You know, like the immune system is kind of like a symphony orchestra. You know, it's not made to be forced into performing more powerfully. It's more of like a symphony that runs through our entire body. Our immune system is found in our whole entire body. You know, like it goes, it's some of it is in our lymphatic system. I mean, like I know in the marrow of our bones, like so many different places our immune system is present because it's constantly doing its job. And so it's constantly protecting us. It's more of a balance, like a symphony would be. You know, it's working throughout our whole body. And so we don't want to give our body too much of this thing or too much of that thing because we're throwing off the balance. We're throwing off that symphony. Our body knows exactly what to do unless there's, you know, particular issues in with things that you know, are not average, like if you have a deficiency or a way that you know, any other issues. But for the most part, your body is made to work in that way to protect. Our defense system is always in action. And so with the oils support those systems. You know, we're not like adding more of this particular supplement or adding more of this particular supplement that could even be harmful if we're doing too much of it, you know? And so what the oils do is they support that balance. They help keep that balance that we need for our immune system to work well, to work how it's supposed to. And fundamentally, for our immune system to work at its best, we need to give our bodies what they need. So that would be number one, sleep. Number two, healthy foods. Number three, water. I mean, like the things that our body needs to function are of the most important. So if you're sleeping 3 hours a day, you can take as much On Guard as you want. It's not going to do what it will do if you are giving your body the lifestyle that it needs to work its best and also bringing in On Guard to support the overall immunity of our body. So I just wanted to make sure that you understand that it's a whole picture of helping support our immune system doing that beautiful symphony that it does in our bodies, but not saying, yeah, drink tons of this, you're going to be good that way. No, it's being careful with what we buy into and how we know that nature is our greatest ally to support our body's overall well-being.
Thank you. That was so beautiful. I want to clap for all that you just said. It was so
well, you know, like a good applause.
good job. That was really very thorough, and like it just makes so much sense. It makes so much sense to give our bodies everything. Not, I mean, we have to encompass all of the things for our bodies to function well. So yes, having that awareness and bringing all of those little, each one into our lives every day. That's powerful.
For sure.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, and also thank you for the emotional part of this. Yeah,
I know, that's right.
Popped up for me. So, and I didn't want to try to go find my book. So I'm glad you had it. Okay, so On Guard is a blend, and let's see if I can remember. I can't even read my labels anymore, you guys. I need my glasses. But wild orange, cinnamon. Can you see yours? Clove.
No. Clove.
Cinnamon, clove, rosemary, wild orange, and I know there's one more because there's 5.
Is it eucalyptus?
Oh yes, eucalyptus. Good job. Yes, so this On Guard blend is amazing. It's so powerful. And this is one that like I mentioned, I diffuse it often. If I feel like I'm coming down with something, I'll use both of these on the bottoms of my feet or along my spine, or I do that same thing for Nico or, any of my kids, if they come over and they want me to apply oils on them, the spine is such a great place to do that. So, but On Guard has several different other products. So there are the On Guard beadlets that are easy for children to take internally. You could put one little beadlet in a little bit of applesauce and then have them take that, and it's able to get into their system without it being spicy, because it is spicy from the cinnamon and clove. Another way is through the soft gels. So those are a little bit bigger, but they're very easy to swallow. I think that they're fantastic for anybody. I mean, little children, the beadlets would be better, but the soft gels are really great. We have the On Guard hand sanitizing spray and the On Guard hand sanitizing gel. So both of those are amazing to carry with us. And what's the other one?
soap.
Oh
The
yeah,
soap.
the On Guard
Mhm.
and the cleanser. There's an On Guard, or is that, yeah, that one's the
Cleaner.
yeah, a cleaner concentrate. So many different ways to bring On Guard into our lives and to be using it on a regular basis to help with keeping those germs and maybe viruses that are going around, and just, protecting ourselves to the max to what we can, especially like Anita said, as we're changing seasons now and going into, well, we're in fall now, but as winter comes, then it gets a little bit worse with everybody staying indoors, and I'm not getting the fresh air that we get right now. So very important to keep all of those at hand.
So the thing that we love about using, nature's medicine is that by using the On Guard products, it leaves our natural, oh my gosh, the word just left me, Alicia. The antibacterial properties that, how our own body makes, I'm at a loss for words. Just the natural bacteria fighting that our hands have. I mean, it doesn't strip it like the alcohols. If the pure
Yes.
alcohol products that you get at the store, keep you from our natural immunity that our body makes, and so it leaves those intact, so that we're able to cleanse with the soap, but it still doesn't strip our body from its natural oils that help us fight. Because have you heard that sometimes if you overuse those things that have all the alcohol, that you're making yourself more vulnerable to
Yeah.
viruses and bacteria, because your body isn't able to naturally fight or do its natural ability to fight viruses and bacteria. So that's the great thing about using the On Guard products, is that it doesn't change us. It just helps what our body naturally does anyway. And so that's the power of essential oils.
Then you
And
have,
then
do you
I
have
just wanted
the
to
DDR with
go
you?
ahead.
Okay, I don't have it with me, so I
I do.
Okay.
Okay, so oh let's talk quickly about oregano, shall we?
Okay,
Because
yes.
that one is a huge immune support.
Yeah.
And oregano is one that only use when I start to feel like it could potentially be a virus. Like sometimes when I use the On Guard and the tea tree is when I feel like a little scratchy throat, and I will, take a couple of drops of both of those in my throat, and it literally, you feel it clinging to the infection, and it like totally takes care of your, scratchy throat. But if you start to feel like the chills in your body and you're like, oh my gosh, I can feel fever coming on, or you just feel a virus coming on, that's when I turn to the oregano. And the oregano is our most powerful antiviral, besides Melissa, but it is such a powerhouse, and you have to be careful with it because it's super hot. So you would take it with coconut oil or with, olive oil. But it is amazing to fight viruses. And then we
Alright.
have the combination of DDR,
Sorry, I was just
or in a capsule, right?
gel capsules too for the oregano.
Yes, that's a really great way to take it as well. And then we have the combination of DDR prime, and we know that that is, of course, our damaged DNA repair that helps to keep our cells healthy, and the whole process of cells dying off and new cells emerging. I mean, like helping that process stay in place. But it's also great for the same moments where you're starting to feel like you're getting sick and you don't have time for a spinal or whatever. You can take like 6 to 8 drops of the DDR prime, and it helps you immensely. I have a quick little story to tell because this was so powerful for me. Last week, my son started to show signs that he was getting sick. He had a sore throat and he was like, I don't feel good. And he has to play football on Friday because he's the quarterback and he cannot be sick for a game. So I, did a couple of treatments with all of these oils that are in like the On Guard tea tree oregano and a few more. And it was the infectious protocol in the Symphony of the Cells. I did that twice, and then gave him the On Guard soft gels through, in between. He never got sick. He hasn't, there hasn't even been signs of him, having anything left over. We were able to, use those oils and support his immune system in fighting that virus, and he was able to win over that. And so that was really awesome. I love the ability that the oils give me in moments like that when he has to be okay. And it was huge. I just was so grateful that we have oils in our home for that very reason.
Me too. Nico went to school today. He was not feeling well over the weekend, and they're just so great. You use them and they make such a difference. So yes, definitely happy about that. But yes, use your oils if you haven't gotten into the habit of just opening them up and using them. This is a great time to do that. Start easy with tea tree. This is a simple one oil product. The On Guard is a blend, like I mentioned, and it's also super powerful, but they're easy to use. If you don't know what else to do, put them on the bottoms of your feet, and then get some soft gel or the capsules. What are they called? The gel that you can open up, and then add whatever oils you want to do. So you could do both of these. You could add the DDR prime in there. You could add the oregano. So it's just however you want to use them, but very amazing oils as we go into this new season. So thank you for taking time to listen today, and I hope that maybe something that we mentioned is something new for you that you can try in your home and with your families or friends. So okay, thanks so much, you guys. Take care.
Have a great week.